everybody. Today we are going to tour a legally suited property in the community of Allendale. Hello. This one's going for $775,000. I want to make sure that you stay and watch all the way through because I'm going to give you tips if you might be considering relocating or looking at buying an investment property like one of these two and trying to figure out, you know what? What's the right kind for me to buy? Hey everybody, my name is Leanna Martens and welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, I love having you. If you are returning, I'm really happy that I'm producing content that you care about. I've had a lot of requests about suited properties from investors, so that's why I'm doing this one today. So this infill property behind me is $775,000. It has 4 bedrooms up. It has 2 bedrooms in the basement. So 2 bedrooms is typically the maximum that you're going to get. There are some exceptions to the rule, but most times, and that'll maximize your rental revenue. But at this price point, guys, at $775,000, this is not something you're going to cash flow on. So the type of person that is going to purchase something like this. So let's have a look. So this is the one we were touring. This is the sister property beside it. It's 10531 67 Ave in Allendale. Allendale is a prime location because it is so close to the University of Alberta in Edmonton. Now, who really would be a prime purchaser for this type of real estate is going to be somebody who's going to be living on the main floor. It's going to be owner occupied and they're going to be renting to likely students, but main floor may be a professor who already lives here and they might already have, because there's 4 bedrooms, they may already have, likely with an older student possibly going to the U of A. So then it makes sense. Otherwise, the 4 bedrooms up with this style in this location with the price, it doesn't make a lot of sense because what ends up happening is you simply will not cash flow in order to cover the mortgage, utilities, and other expenses. So I want to educate you guys and explain to you, when I use the term infill, what does infill mean? So infill, when you're looking at the inside of the Anthony Henday, this is a perfect example. So right behind me, you can see just a regular, this is probably 1953, 1957 bungalow. It's got a 50-foot frontage lot. What's happened in Edmonton is the bylaws have changed over the last 8 to 10 years and have allowed lot splitting. So what is lot splitting? This is an example of lot splitting. So this was an infill. This is a half duplex that was put in. So you can see they're residential attached. And that's a newer property. You can tell just by the type of build. So why was that done? That was done in an effort to attract more urban density. So what they were wanting is less urban sprawl and more people moving closer to city center. Now, this is the infill properties that we are going to be touring. These are brand new. That half duplex beside is older. And these, you can see there's been 2 50-foot frontage lots that have been torn down because you can see those 2 infills there. That's a different builder. And then these 2 here. So you're only allowed to build 2 separate dwellings, but it must be a 50-foot frontage lot. And that's what this is. So when you hear the term infill, that's what it means. what happens at a mortgage of $775 is you simply will not cash flow because your mortgage, your property expenses, your insurance, and your property taxes are just too high for your rental revenue in the main floor and the basement to actually cover all of those expenses.
Let's go into those numbers in detail. So at a purchase price of $775,000, 20% down for investment property, 5.25% interest rate, that gives you a $3,695 a month mortgage. Your taxes are going to be about $266 a month, and your insurance at about $200 a month. So that's total carrying cost of $4,161 a month. For buy and hold, which means it is not owner occupied, you're renting main and basement. Your main floor rent is going to be about $2,400. Your basement rent at a 2-bed here is going to be about $1,150 for a total cash flow of $3,550. So when you subtract those two, you are cash flow negative of $611. That is why this needs to be an owner occupied property at main floor, just because the mortgage is just far too expensive. So with a mortgage helper of $1,150, that leaves you at about $2,545 a month for your costs.
Thank you so much for coming on this tour. I really hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed taking you on it, and you learned a little bit more about Edmonton rental real estate and maybe where you fit in that, because there are a lot of different types. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you might be considering a relocation, or maybe even an investor looking at purchasing investment real estate in Edmonton, and you need some help, make sure that you go in the description below, reach out to me and my team. That is exactly part of what we do, and we do real well, and we can help educate you and make sure you make a sound decision so you actually make money. Because as you were learning, there are many different types of investment real estate. So I want to make sure you stay tuned for the next videos coming up, because I'm doing a series of investment styles so you can understand what different selections, choices, price points there are, and also what might be best for you if you're considering purchasing an investment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.